Hey y'all, it's the girl Shay. Happy Friday. Before you have that affair, I'm finishing up the series. Video number 4 today. Go back and watch 1, 2, and 3. I don't own the rights to this music. I know it ain't right for me to be thinking about loving you. I can't tell my heart how to be. Is it cheating? Somebody daydreaming about somebody. Somebody else right now. Somebody daydreaming about somebody that's supposed to be off limits right now. My. So I came to encourage you today. Okay, there we go. I came to encourage you today. Today we are on number 4 ways to protect your relationship. And I think it's set boundaries. Today we're talking about setting boundaries with you and your mates, family, and friends. There has to be boundaries. You don't know what direction the enemy is gonna come. You know, when he's trying to destroy your marriage, you know he hates marriage. And so there are different entities and spirits and energies that do not like the fact that you are in a happy relationship. And some people intentionally, go after knowing that you are taking that, or that your mate taking, it's just, the wrong spirit, that's wrong energy come in sometimes. And you might not think that certain people will do certain things. You might not think that certain family members will do certain things. You might not think that certain friends won't do certain things. But I'm here to tell you that you don't know nobody's motive but yours. And so when you done live life, and you done seen some things, and you've done some things, and you understand that we were born in sin, and we all got different struggles, and we all got different things, and weaknesses. You understand that it is important to protect your house, the house of your relationship. Um, and so when it comes to family and friends, or your mate's family and friends, you got to set boundaries, because when you don't set boundaries, that means you ain't got no fence up. You ain't got no gate up, because you don't think nothing gonna happen. You don't see it coming from that way. So you let your guard down concerning your significant others, family, friends. And remember, cheating basically happens when you give too much access to the wrong people. And so we all know somebody, or have experienced sleeping with a best friend, man, or yours that slept with your man, or wife, or husband, or girlfriend. So just because somebody carried the title of best friend, just because somebody carried the title of mother, sister, cousin, or whatever, that don't mean that they won't mess with yours. And so, in order to protect your relationship, not saying that you think that those in your energy won't do it, but you got to set a fence up and a gate up. You got to have security. You got to have boundaries, so that the enemy won't have access. Because, like I say, you don't know people's motives. You don't know. You just know yours. And so when you don't have a fence or gate up, guess what? Stray dogs come, strangers that's, walking by, might walk in your yard. You get trash. You get stuff in your yard because you ain't got no fence and no gate up. And you have to have a fence and a gate up in your marriage, in your relationship, and not be so naive and blinded to think that just because it's family, that the enemy won't get him, and that it won't happen to you. And so, protect your relationship by denying too much access. There's no reason why you should be on the phone with your husband, best friend, talking, and or cousin, or whoever, and just talking, making love to the mind, and they don't even know nothing about it. There's no reason you should be on the phone with your wife's best friend or cousin or whoever, and y'all just talking and la di da he kai, making love to the mind, uh, and your wife don't know nothing about it. It's when you start sneaking and creeping that you opening the door for the enemy to come on in and come on in the house. You done let them in the yard because you ain't got no boundaries, you ain't got no gate. So you done opened up the door, you done gave your attention, you done flirted, you done opened your heart. So they gonna come on in the house. They gonna come on in the house, and so don't think that your cousin or your brother or your mother or your father or your best friend would never do something. And like I say, it's not saying that you think that they will, but I've been betrayed, by who I thought would be my best friend. And I never thought that she would cross me in the way that she crossed me. We prayed together, we spoke in tongues together. We could pray and set the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? When we prayed together, God came in. God to give her a word for me, God to give me a word for her. So when she crossed me, the way she crossed me, it was like, wow. It opened my eyes to the fact that when people are hurting and when people are broken, wow, they do broken things. When you're desperate and you're dehydrated, you do desperate things. And, you might not have messed with your significant other, significant other's uh, best friend, but you might have messed with somebody else's. And so we still got work to do, y'all. We still gotta heal. We still gotta keep God, in. We still gotta work on those wounds of inadequacy and those wounds of low self-esteem, and just those things that make us remove our boundaries, those wounds that when we get a certain attention from a certain person or people, or all our boundaries just go out the window. you know at the end of the day, we have to develop a healthy relationship with ourselves, and we have to have a connection with God, and we have to learn how to allow God to fill our voids, and be our strength, and to rely on Him, and learn how to let Him be what we need, so we can stop seeking things outside of God, because like these are temporary things that it's just fulfilling the lust of our flesh. We live in a very selfish society where it's all about us. It's all about what we want. We don't consider the feelings of others. We don't, because we broken and we ain't healed. And when you broken and you're not healed, you're not thinking about nobody else but you. And so imagine a whole bunch of people with that mentality in survival mode, just trying to survive, or never been raised or taught right, or whatever the situation may be. I was a child of God. I knew God. But in my brokenness, it was revealed that, baby, you'll go low too. You'll go low too. And so you can't never say, oh, no, I would never do that. It would never be me. Because if you never, just be grateful that you've never been in a place where you feel like you didn't know what to do, or you just wanted to feel better and you went to unhealthy things to feel better. Be grateful that you've never been in that state where you betrayed yourself for love. Be grateful, because until you feel that, you don't know what you would do if you've never felt that. I didn't know that I would have, but I did it. I learned from it. And so now I'm sharing it with you to let you know that when you don't have self-love, when you allow yourself to not be watered, when you don't know how to fill your own cup, when you don't know how to let God fill your cup, and you look to other things outside of God to fill your cup until you heal that wound, oh, the enemy can come in with you too. We never arrive, y'all. We always growing, and when you know better, do better. Each one teach one. So, as a person who is now divorced, as a person who went to toxicity and went to unhealthy because I didn't know how to set boundaries and stand up for myself because I was afraid to lose my ex, or just never was taught how to have boundaries and stand up for myself. And so I allowed certain things that was breaking me. And so then I began to inflict, pain and operate in toxicity also because I didn't care no more. I gave up on me. And so we got to heal to the point to where we ain't letting what other people do come between our relationship with God. That's what this is all about. When we make relationships our God, when we make our mates our God, when we make our husband or our wife or our boyfriend or our girlfriend our gods, we don't know what to do when these things disappoint us. So we got to put God back as number one, and we got to learn how to love us. We got to learn how to be whole without them, because when we don't know how to be whole without them, we allow them to break us. We allow them to break us versus saying, you know what? For God I live and for God I die. And if I gotta walk alone, if I gotta do this thing alone, I'm gonna serve God. I'm not finna what they say, give that same energy because I'm trying to get somewhere with God, and I can't let you take me off the course. If you want to operate from toxicity, if you want to operate from this place until you heal, you're gonna have to operate from that place without me, because that kind of behavior is not allowed into my energy. You can't hurt me and expect me to love you. No, I gotta choose me when what you doing is hurting me. When what you doing is hurting the family. I gotta take a stand for what's right. And if I gotta do it alone, we can grow together or we're gonna grow apart. You can either gonna grow together or you're gonna grow apart. And you can't grow together when it's just one willing to put in the work, one willing to change, one willing to work on those 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 inner child wounds, those mommy issues, those daddy issues, those things that cause you to inflict pain and mistreatment on others. So don't let nobody throw you off the path, even when you are disappointed. And just know that when you go in the covenant, don't let nothing come between it. Don't let nobody come between the covenant. Your mate come first. Your husband come first. Your wife come first. Not your female friend on the side. Not your male friend on the side. Because that's out of order. How your male friend or whoever got more influence on you and what go on in your house than your husband? How your female friend got more influence over you than your own wife? How your female friend got more say so? How you jumping for him or her before you jump for your husband or your wife? Things ain't got out of order, y'all. And we gotta put things back in order and back in its place. But it's gonna start with you setting boundaries and protecting your relationship. That's what it's all about. And it's just knowing that the enemy will slither. You let the enemy slide, baby, he gonna keep on sliding. And next thing you know, baby, he got on a tuxedo. Tuck, just ticking, just doing his thing, just having his way in your relationship. When you fail to set boundaries, he gonna show up and show out. He gonna slap what they say, he ice skating now. So y'all, um, protect your relationship, protect your marriage. Now this if you want it. If you don't want it, if you don't value it, if you don't appreciate it, you're gonna lose it. You may say, oh, she ain't going nowhere, he ain't going nowhere. Keep on. Keep on. People get tired. People get tired, baby. It's only so long you can mistreat, abandon, neglect, reject your husband and your wife and think that it's not going to affect your relationship. We done got arrogant. We done, like I said, we be taking advantage of people's loyalty. We taking advantage of the grace. And then we done became enemy. Now y'all are a team. Y'all is not enemy. You don't team up with somebody else to go against your husband or your wife. And if you're doing that, then something ain't right. It's like, why is we together? Why we together? Why you still with me if you're not gonna honor me? Why you still with me if you're not gonna value me? Why you still with me if homeboy, homegirl got more pull on you than I do? Why y'all not together? Why what you want with me? That's who you really want. That's who you really love, obviously. Because when they say jump, you jump. You say how high. But when I express that I'm not comfortable with our relationship, what I say don't even matter. When I tell you I'm not comfortable with the access that you're giving, I'm not comfortable with that. And you just say, oh, you ain't going nowhere. I'm going to do what I want to do. Obviously, you don't want the marriage. So I'm here to tell you, if you want your marriage, bring things back into alignment. Bring things back into alignment with honor. Bring your relationship back into alignment with respect. Bring your relationship back into alignment with love and peace. Go read First Corinthians. Oh, go read. Hold on. I'm gonna speak now. Look here, I'm gonna speak. When it comes, hey, go read First Corinthians 13 about what love is. It's kind. Are you being kind? It's patient. It's not boastful. It's not jealous. It's not envious. It's not prideful. It never fails. So do we have love or do we not? Do you really love me? If your homegirl or your homeboy got more say so in our house than I got, because you must love them. You must love them. If what they say matter and what I say don't. Too much access, y'all. That's how cheating happens. Too much access to the wrong people. So if you're just tuning in, today we talking about family and friends. We talking about, don't ever think that the devil won't use. Just because you carry the title friend don't mean that you really a friend. Just because you carry the title don't mean you got the character to go with that title. Like I say, it's people watching right now just found out that they best friends sleeping with their husband or their wife. It's happening every day. Every day. And sometimes it be cousin, sometimes it be the sister, sometimes it be the brother. So don't think that, oh no, oh, it's happening and it's real. And guess what? In the church too. It's happening in the church too. So don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Don't let your guard down. Because if you don't think it can happen, you ain't got no bound. You gonna put up boundaries. And that's how he gonna come in. He gonna hit you on that blind spot. That's that blind spot when you think, oh, it ain't gonna happen. They ain't gonna do nothing. You don't know people motives. And then if you do know their motives, what you gonna do? It's sad, but it's true. I've seen it. I've experienced it. I know. So you got to do what you got to do for your house. Don't let the devil come in and say you letting them come in when you allow your female friend, your male friend, to have more power in your house and say so in your house than your own wife and husband. It's a sad situation when you jumping for your homegirl or your homeboy, but you won't even move for your own husband or your own wife. Keep on. Keep on. You ain't gonna have no marriage. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to let you know cause and effect. You sow mistreatment, you're gonna reap disruption, baby. You're gonna reap disruption. You're gonna reap confusion. That's what happened when you let the devil in. He come to kill, steal, and destroy your marriage. And sometimes we let him in ourselves. We open the door by not setting boundaries. We open the door by not using wisdom, having conversations that we should be having, responding to direct messages that we shouldn't even be responding to, complimenting where we shouldn't be complimenting, flirting where we shouldn't be flirting, y'all. If you want it, bring God back into it or you're going to lose it. And this is just for the ones that, thinking about cheating or just, kind of got off the course a little bit. If they still with you and they still willing to ride with you, don't take advantage of it. Bring the honor back. Put people in their place. Don't let nobody have more influence and say so in your house than your own wife and your own husband, not even their parents. You need to be able to set boundaries with your parents too. Your mother should not have more influence in your house than your wife. Your father should not have more influence of what go on in your house than your husband. And if so, it's a problem somewhere, y'all. It's a problem somewhere. And then if you ain't got trust, what you got? If you don't have trust, if you don't trust your husband, if you don't trust your wife, how long y'all gonna go like that? How long you think you can drive a car with no gas? Trust is the gas of a relationship. How long can you ride with no gas? Where is you going? Where you going? See, we be trying to do this thing ourselves. And when we try to do it ourselves, we don't make the right choices. We go to the most unhealthy sources and solutions to try to solve a problem with the same mind that created it. Baby, we need a higher wisdom involved into this. We need a higher power involved into this. We need somebody, we need a mediator that we respect and that we gonna listen to. Otherwise, we about to run out of gas and we about to be on the side. We ain't gonna make it. We not gonna make it. Because we ain't the honor is gone. The respect is gone. So how long you gonna go like that? How long you gonna keep trying to drive this car? It's shaking, it's about to be out of gas. And you still trying to drive. You ain't asked nobody for help. You ain't called nobody. You just still trying to, baby. It ain't gonna get nowhere but to uh disruption. So I'm praying that God stir your heart. I'm praying that at least one. Because God, like I say, pride come before a fall, warning come before destruction. I'm praying that this reaches the heart of somebody that's about to call that side piece up and go on, make it do what it do. I'm praying that this stir the heart of the husband who know he not being the husband he should be at the house. I'm praying that this stirs up the heart of the wife who know that she's not being the wife that she should be. Know that she not speaking life, but she using her words as poison. I'm praying that those who have allowed female friends and mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers to have more influence in your house than your own husband and wife begin to put this thing back in order in its proper place and set boundaries and get wisdom, get guidance, seek help on how to love each other for real, how to love each other correctly. Stop operating from your wounds and inflicting your pain and those old patterns that you saw growing up, those old patterns that you learned on the street from aunt and auntie who didn't have nobody. Taking that old wisdom that don't work and trying to have a run a household. Humble yourself and pray. Seek my face. Turn from your wicked ways. And guess what God gonna do? He gonna heal you. And guess what? He gonna heal your land. He gonna heal the land of your marriage, baby. Ain't nothing too hard for God. But this is the thing. You can't do it by yourself. You gotta have two willing hearts, two willing people to put in the work. And it take work. Especially when you done broke trust. When you done broke trust, you got to be willing to put up in the work to build that trust. I love how Mike Todd said, trust is lost in buckets and earned back in drops. And some people don't want to go through the work of those drops. Then when you know you got a good thing, you'll do what you got to do. You'll show them your phone. You'll call them and let you know where you're at. You're going to stop sneaking and creeping because you know you ain't got nothing to hide no more. But see, when you ain't ready to stop creeping and sneaking, you got a problem with showing your phone. You got a problem with checking in and letting your wife and your husband know, man, I'm changed. I want you. I don't want to lose you. I'm here. What you need to do? You do what I need the video. What I need to do because you broke trust. You crushed their heart. You crushed their spirit. You said that you was gonna do one thing and you did another. You said that you was gonna be here, but you was really there. But you don't want to be accountable. And you say you want me, but you don't want to show me that you changed. You don't want me. You don't want it bad enough to do the work. And unfortunately, y'all, a lot of divorces happen because we sometimes shoot, you just lost trust, and a lot of people don't want to do the work it takes to build that trust back. And sometimes, that's the consequence of going out there, sneaking and creeping. You lose home, you lose your family. Everybody don't come back. And that's why I'm trying to tell you that all the enemy show you is that pretty package with that pretty bow on. He don't show you the STD. He don't show you the outside baby. He don't show you your kids crying, missing you because you ain't in the house no more. He don't show you your wife crushed and broken, questioning her worth, or your husband crying and questioning his worth when he didn't put out his all in. The enemy don't show you that. He don't show you them bags, them walking to the car with them hangers, them clothes on the hanger. All he show you is a big butt. All he show you is the smell of that cologne, compliments, picture, stuff that ain't about la di, stuff that ain't gonna be there in a year, 6 months, 1 month, 2 months. Don't let somebody come in and destroy your marriage. But you done built so hard for. My Lord. Everybody that I cheated with, cow goes. Cow goes. After they got what they wanted from me, and I'm sitting here looking stupid because I went to them to try to numb and to feel better. God, I want you to do it. Do something in me, God. Heal this brokenness within me, God. Heal my heart. Heal my wounds. Heal these feelings of unworthiness. Heal these feelings of not good enough. Because I want to walk right, God, before you. I want what you have for me. And some of y'all wondering why you can't get the breakthrough that you want in your career, your finances, your life. There's some things you ain't gonna get until you get it right. There's some things God not gonna release unto you, but that character and that integrity. He can't put that in you. You're gonna self-destruct. You're gonna self-destruct. God knew that everything that I wanted, the success that I wanted, he knew. I didn't know, but he knew that in about a year or two, when you get disappointed in your marriage, you gonna leave me. I didn't know, but God knows. There's some things God know that we don't know. There's some things God can see that we can't see because he all knowing. And he knew that if he would have released all this success into my hand when I got disappointed, I was gonna leave him and start doing what I wanted to do. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was in me. And so you gotta trust God when he don't open up that door that you've been praying for, that breakthrough, and you know you out here sneaking and creeping. You out here sneaking and creeping, and then what it's gonna take? You getting exposed. You gotta get exposed to change. What is gonna take for you to change? What is gonna take for you to stop sneaking and creeping? I'm talking about children of God. I ain't talking about people who, ain't trying to hear it and do right. I'm talking about people who know they love God, who know they got God on the inside of them, but something going on. I don't know what's going on. You broken, you hurt, no, whatever. I don't know what your situation is. But what is it going to take for you to stop sneaking and creeping? For you to stop making your prayers bounce back? Because he said that when you ain't honoring your mate, your prayers is bouncing down. I can't honor that. I can't bless that. So when you going to stop? How bad do you want this success? How bad do you want this career, this ministry, this breakthrough? What are you willing to give up for God to heal the land of your family and your marriage? Who are you willing to give up? How bad do you want what God got for you? Who are you willing to give up? You willing to stop lying, sneaking, creeping? If my people can't stress enough, who will call by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face. What he say he gonna do? He gonna hear your prayer. He gonna hear from heaven. And guess what else he gonna do? He gonna heal your land. But until you keep doing what you're doing, he can't heal your land. Your house is gonna be confusion in your house. Thank you, Will. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just trying to encourage you. Once again, put God back into your marriage. Put God back into your relationship. Put honor back into your house. And if you don't want to, if you're not willing to, then why you still married? Why you still married? If you don't want to be a husband, why you still married if you don't want to be a wife? See, some people want the title, but they don't want the work that come with the title. This ain't no show, y'all. Life ain't no show. Life ain't no game, y'all. This is people's hearts. This is people's spirits being crushed because you're not treating them right. And they surrendered their life, well, not all of their life, but they made a vow to you. They gave up whatever they was doing to come live with you and to give to you and to be there for you, to love you. And you're not gonna honor them. You just gonna crush their heart like that. You just gonna crush their spirit like that, and just keep it going because you know that they probably too broken to leave you. They love you more than they love themselves, and you're gonna take advantage of that because you broken. Lord help us today. It's not coming from judgment, it's coming from love. And I'm just letting you know this ain't what you want, because it's not gonna end well, especially when you're a child of God. It's only so long you can keep on taking advantage of the grace. That's all I'm saying. So just get the book and just think about it. Like I say, I can't stop you from going out there. I can't stop you from cheating. I can't stop you from dishonoring your husband or your wife or yourself. Because it was really yourself. But at least consider what I'm saying. Do you want your marriage? Do you want your husband? Do you want your wife? Do you want your family? And if you want them, what are you willing to do to make it work? What are you willing to give? Do you have the capacity to give it? And if you don't, heal, grow, learn, find somebody, seek some new knowledge, get some guidance, get some therapy. But don't just stay the same. Don't do that. Your family don't deserve that. Your family don't deserve that. So it ain't no need of hope. What you holding on? God don't get you under that just because you holding on. You think because you holding on that you doing something. But you ain't doing nothing if you're not honoring your wife or your husband. You still breaking covenant. You still not doing what you promised to do. So, Lord, I just want to thank you that we bring you back, God, into our lives and our hearts, into our ministry, to our career, into our families, God. Lord, heal us and we shall be healed. What it say? Save us and we shall be saved. Heal us, God, and bind up our wounds so that we may be pleasing to you, create in us a clean heart, renew a right spirit within us. We want to be creating us a clean, give us clean hands and a pure. I love y'all so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Share it with somebody that I don't know, might be going through in their marriage or their relationship. I'm here as an inspiration. I'm here as an example of what happens when you try to do it your way, when you don't have self-love. My testimony is that of healing from a close to 20-year marriage and going out and cheating and having situationships, numbing my pain, looking for love in all the wrong places until I got tired Sick and tired of being sick and tired of doing it wrong, sick and tired of the unhealthy attachment, sick and tired of looking to men and alcohol to fill my voids. And 4 years ago, this year, this will be the fourth year of me walking the self-love journey, loving on me and building myself up and learning how to love me for real. Without a man, I ain't dependent on no man. I learned that my worth comes from God. I learned what God had to say about me, and I'm holding on to truth, that truth. I'm not depending on the rejection of a man or the rejection of relationship to determine my worth, because my worth comes from my Heavenly Father. He said I'm His masterpiece, made anew, to do the good works that He planned for me in the beginning. He says that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, knit together, baby, intentionally and divinely made by God. God, I'm here because God wants me here. I'm special because God made me. And this don't have nothing to do with no relationship. This don't have nothing to do with me being able to sing. This don't have nothing to do with me being able to write. This has nothing to do with me being able to speak. This just I'm special simply because I exist. Made whole, loving me, knowing my worth. So now when I enter into a relationship, I'm doing it from love, not for love. You either operate from two places. You're doing it for love or you're doing it from love. And if you're doing it for love, come on, we got to heal. We got to heal that part of us that's making us try to use our actions to manipulate people into loving us and not leaving us. The right people gonna stay and the wrong people gonna leave. And you might have to leave the people that don't love, honor you, and respect you. And you don't have the strength to do that when you don't love you. You don't have the strength to do that when you don't know your worth. When you trust God and you know that He places people in your life to be a blessing, or people come in that are not right, and sometimes He removes them or they'll remove themselves. And when they remove themselves, you trust that God knows what's best for you, and you're able to keep going and keep pushing and not lose your mind and not lose your life, take your life because you felt like your worth was in them. You can keep going with your head up, trusting God. That's what self-love looks like. See, the first time I lost my mind because I made relationship my God. Not no more. If you don't love me, if you don't honor me, if you don't respect me, I'm not afraid to walk away. And I'm not going to chase you if you choose to walk away from me. Because obviously it wasn't for me. I trust you, God, with my life. Do you trust God with your life? Because when you trust God with your life, when you believe that your steps are ordered by the Lord, when you trust God's guidance, you don't chase people. When you believe that God knows what's best for you, you don't lose your mind when people go. Build your faith. It ain't never too late to hit reset. I encourage you to hit reset today and say, you know what, I'm finna do it right. I want to do it right. I want to learn how to do it right. I don't know how to do it right. Let me learn how to do it right. I got 5 books on self-love that show you what I did. I'm doing videos every day to show you how to love you, what you need in your self-love toolbox, so that you don't lose your mind when people don't treat you the way you want them to treat you, and when you get disappointed in friendships and relationships. So thank y'all for listening. Thank you, Will, for dialoguing with me. I done talked for 45 minutes today, so I know that the Spirit really put this on my heart, because he want us to heal. He want us to do better. He want us to be happy. He wants us to be at peace. But we bringing confusion into our own lives by the choices we make and by the people that we allow into our lives. It's us a lot of the time. So we got to do better. We going to do better, though. I know you going to do better. I'm rooting for you. Yes, Lord. He healing us, though. He healing us. You say yes to him, the healing going to come. You make time for him, the healing going to come. You renew your mind, the transformation going to come. So, thank you, Miss Carolyn, for tuning in. Thank you, Will, for tuning in. I think the anointing didn't left now. I don't have the flow no more. So I think I said what Holy Spirit put on me to say, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Be encouraged. Know that you matter. Know that you are enough. Know that you are special. Know that you are significant. Simply because you exist. Why this chop up now? To let you know it's time. Chopping up now, it's time. So I love y'all. Be encouraged. And if you need a life coach, a coach on self-love and healing after a breakup or divorce, my mentor.life /sheiatkins. As a matter of fact, let me put the banner. Oh, that's just my website, sheiatkins.com. But if you go to sheiatkins.com, it will lead you to how you can book me for coaching or whatever you want to book me for. So I love y'all. Be blessed. And I will talk to y'all later.